Hey, welcome to Watercooler. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, we got a special extra long episode for you today, so thank you and sit tight. We're going to be here all night, baby. You know the show goes, Chris Locks, I'm on to kick it with my former Cruel Digital buds all the way in Austin, Texas. It's Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hi, Matt. And then all the way in Long Beach, California, along with me, we have Kaylin Bean.
What's going on?
Hey, Kaylin.
Hey, Chris.
Hi. And all the way in Orange County, California, we got Gary Smith.
What's up?
Hey, Gary. All right. No Mike Dawson today. He did hang out. We are fresh off of what I think might have been the juiciest, the hottest, the most tea-filled Mala Money meetup we've ever had. Our Patreon group. It was the Boston Tea Party of meetups. Just everybody's dumping tea into that ocean, and it was it was a lot to process, but it was fun. So if you're not part of these meetups, go to patreon.com, sign up for extra patreon.com/watercooler. Sign up for every tier. Get all them tiers, and we get extra content, movie clubs, meetups, all that stuff. So a lot to get into. Oh boy.
How you doing, buddy? You're free
I'm good.
now?
I'm free. I'm in the
For a
interim.
week?
I'm in the interim of about a week. I'm in the interim of jobs. So I'm in between jobs, literally. I'm just kind of enjoying the family, enjoying the time, resetting my brain, trying to delete.
You're unemployed, baby.
Brain. Am I unemployed?
Yeah,
I'm
for
unemployed.
1 week. Get those
It's crazy.
bennies. For your
I know.
Benny.
So it's cool. I went to a concert. I've been golfing. I golfed with Gary.
What concert did you go to? I'm going to a concert next week.
I went to, so for those who don't know, I grew up listening to a lot of like the emo pop punk stuff. You know, we've talked about Blink here before, all that stuff. And so what's great about loving that era of music and that genre of music is all those bands have gone back together, or they do like random one-off shows and tours, just because all those people who were fans of theirs are finally making money and they can afford tickets to go to concerts. And
I feel like you're talking about more than just a general we here, Chris.
we're really big in with nostalgia. So just hearing, so they'll play like their old albums front to back. They'll do reunion tours, one-off shows, whatever like that. So on Friday, one of my favorite bands of all time, The Starting Line, played, and they haven't necessarily broken up, but they don't play live. They play like out here like once every couple years, and I watch them whenever they're in town. And they've recently been put more into the public eye because Taylor Swift dropped their band name in one of her lyrics on her newest album. Like, you're listening to The Starting Line at a bar. I don't even know what the song is, but so they
Don't pretend you don't know the lyrics by heart. Get out of here.
I have not listened to that album yet. I do plan on it. I just it's kind of like Game of Thrones, the Game of Thrones prequel. I kind of want to wait till I hear what everybody.
He doesn't even know the name of the show. He's calling it the Game of Thrones prequel.
Game of
Not
Dragons. House of Dragons. I know what it's
House
called.
of Dragons.
Is it not called House of
It
Dragons?
is called House of Dragons.
Oh my, Kaylin.
What is it called?
House of the
First
Dragon.
of all, it's called House of the Dragon. And second of all, the acronym for the show is Hot D. And you can't forget that.
Oh, well, now I'll never forget Hot D. Yeah, so I haven't seen any Hot D
House
lately,
of Dragons.
but I'll wait
Kaylin.
till
Hey, ever since that finale, my interest in that whole world has gone way downhill. I haven't even watched this new season yet.
In your
I
neck there, Chris. I mean, you haven't seen any Hot D lately. Come
I
on.
haven't seen- I'm waiting till Matt and Kaylin really insist I check out the Hot D that they've been seeing and they've been loving.
Bro, they're
And-
slinging out Hot D week after week. You got to check it out.
I know. Okay, well, Matt's really vouching for this particular show. I gotta stop saying Hot D, man. I mean, we can really go forever with that. Is the theme song the same at least? Because
It's the
that
exact same.
That's pretty sweet. Maybe I'll
It
watch
doesn't hit
now.
the same. It doesn't hit the same. I watched the first season. It's not the same,
Like
but it's still pretty good.
we have not ranked theme songs yet, but I mean that has to be number one. Just the feeling you'd get when a new Game of Thrones, in the heat of Game of Thrones, would drop,
Yeah, that's.
and you just see, and then
I
people
don't
would
know,
notice,
guys. Friends is pretty fucking fire.
but it didn't.
Fresh Prince. I mean, it's up there. I'm not saying it's Game of Thrones, but that
Oh,
one's up
shit.
there.
Fresh Prince is up there because you can literally just read the words. Now this is a story all about, whatever, and then people just finish the line. Yeah, Fresh Prince is good. There was a longer version. I remember every once in a while they'd show the long version of it, and it was like a full music video. And
That's
he
how
was like,
you knew that's how you knew it was going to be a light episode. They were hitting like 18 minutes on that one, and they were like, "Oh shit, we better play a longer theme song."
and then we watched
They
the
did
episode.
that with
Like,
The Simpsons too. The Simpsons was like that as well. You could always tell based on how much of those credits that you saw if it was going to be a longer or a shorter episode.
that's hilarious. They had to pad out the 22 minutes that they needed to cover because of how long the theme song was. Yeah, but I guess that goes for all sitcoms. I know The Office did it too. So yeah, I guess if you saw that when Will's on a plane and it's the extra bonus footage, it's like, all right, it's probably not going to be a B story here. And, you're just gonna watch the.
We're going with
freaking
2.5
episode.
acts today.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that you're right, Kalen. That one was a good one too. Friends is good. Kalen, were you there when we met Allie Willis?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't even know who Allie
Dude,
Willis is. So.
Allie Willis. Okay, then you weren't. Allie Willis. Well, she was on the koi pond, so it must have been when Nick was working on the show with me, and she was tight with Joe. She died a few years ago, but legend. She was set for life because she wrote 3 incredible songs, and they're like, it's crazy how these are the 3 songs she wrote. In addition to other ones, but these are her 3 biggest ones. The Friends theme song with the Rembrandt.
Just that alone, and you're set.
You're set because they
Yeah.
replay that song every episode. You don't get the shortened version. You know how back in the day when shows would go into syndication, they just play like a 1-second clip of the theme song, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't have to pay the rights for that song. They would always play the full Friends theme song. So yeah, she was good just based off of those freaking 4 claps. And then she also wrote "You're the Best Around," Karate Kid. The
Oh,
freaking
Wow.
All Valley tournament, the montage of Daniel LaRusso just kicking ass. She wrote that song.
Damn.
So she wrote both of those. And then she went into mainstream music as well. This is actually before those 2 songs came out. She was a writer for Earth, Wind, and Fire, and she wrote a song called September.
Do you remember?
The
yeah, I love
20,
that song.
yeah, the 21st night of September. My drummer Mikey is getting married on the 21st night of September. Like,
Nice.
yeah, it's an epic night. So yeah, and yeah, Stephanie Blade is in the live comment. She's on the meetup. She said September is a banger. It absolutely is a banger. It's almost, if you
It's a
want
great
to get,
month.
Yeah,
Whoever was
it's-
born that month, it's awesome.
it almost is a wedding song a la like Shout, but you can play it anytime and it's awesome, and it gets
gotta
the
tell
party
you,
going.
They also recorded the song the 25th night of December, and that's on my Christmas mix. The remix of it, the
They
Christmas
did
mix.
not. Don't ruin it for
They
me.
absolutely did.
You
They absolutely
mother
did.
effer. Do not tell me that. Do not tell me that.
Does she get the rights to that song?
Well, yeah, maybe. You know what she said? She came up with the body the body
Mhm.
and they wanted, I guess, what's his name, Maurice. He wanted to the singer. He wanted them to be. It wanted to put actual words because those were just like the filler words. But she insisted, no, just say body and it'll be a banger. And she was right. So she
Was right.
yeah, and it's such a party starter.
Well,
I
and
play
it's
it
become
loud,
like
too.
such a meme. Like now you cannot go through September any year without your whole Instagram being filled with like, this is only for this day.
Right. And then on September 21st, Earth, Wind, and Fire trends every year.
Every year.
Every year. They got a whole day. The 21st night of September. Boom. They're done. I guess Justin Timberlake got May, but unintentionally. But he has other things to worry about. Um,
I got one more intro theme TV show that I got to throw out there before we move on.
Go.
Cops.
Cops,
Cops.
Cops.
Oh, that's good.
Bad Boys.
Yeah,
Bad
Look,
we made a whole
it's-
movie franchise out of it.
Earned a whole movie franchise, which, by the way, the fourth one, if you want to see a Bad Boys movie, it's pretty good.
I heard it was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
There's no way it would be bad. I don't like the Bad Boys franchise is awesome, and I saw that cool clip of Will Smith carrying that camera that spins around and is.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's about how long that part of the movie is. Like that was, but
Okay.
the movie's good. I went and saw it in the theaters. It's good.
All right. Yeah. I like the Bad Boys franchise myself. Joe Cool in the live comments, he said the Brady Bunch, and yeah, we do know that one. I mean, look,
Caitlin used to get high outside that house.
he did
Yeah.
he did he
The
knew
spot.
Brady Bunch house. Personally, I could not be happier to stop thinking about old sitcoms from the 70s. So Joe, pump the
Yeah.
brakes, buddy.
All right, guys, love boat time.
Oh, no.
But if just for a second though, I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're all kind of looking like we're the Brady Bunch right now. If we just just look at each other, nice little Brady
I don't know
Bunch
how to do the
effect.
Come on, Gary.
diagonal one.
Gary does not want to participate. Gary did what Kalen did for the flying V. You just no, I will have no part of this.
No, I can't see you guys because I block the camera with all of your videos so that I look down the barrel of the camera and I don't look crazy because I'm constantly being told that my eyes are nuts. So I usually do whatever you guys are doing. I literally cannot see you. I make my window super small and I put it right behind my camera so that I'm staring directly down the barrel.
Really, we've been flipping you off this whole time.
I deserve it.
You have not seen it. Well, no.
I mean,
now-
by the way, that's the nicest thing anyone's done to me in the past 2 weeks.
Oh, too much. Just smaller money meetup stuff.
I'm just kidding. The nicest
yeah.
thing anyone's done to me in the past 2 weeks was Chris inviting me to play golf the morning after he was done with the Corolla show. That was a treat.
I need to celebrate.
I saw Chris this weekend actually.
Oh,
It was a
did
yeah.
you?
You guys
How could
do.
you see me behind all the beads of sweat dripping from our eyelashes? Hottest day of the year. We were at an outdoor party. It was crazy.
we were at an outdoor graduation party and it was hot as fuck, which I'm
Hot as
already
balls.
not good in that situation. Chris walks in while I'm like on my second plate of food, which I
Kayla is-
knew it was a bad idea to go for that second plate. I not only had the first one. Wait, what?
What day was this?
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
I was at the V.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. You had like desert
Jesus.
heat. Are they still in a heat dome?
Fuck.
It
Yeah.
was fucking rough.
Did they at least cool that
I
pool
live in
down? Because I remember when we
Texas.
went there. It
By the
was,
way,
like,
the V is not
warm.
a euphemism for any sort of body part. That is a hotel in Palm Springs.
Yeah, I believe my car, when I got in my car that day to leave, my car said it was, I don't believe this is true, but my car said it was 117.
Oh,
Fuck,
my
dude.
God.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's not okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
walked into this hot backyard, and I look at Kalen, and I know he's stuffing his face because he's holding his spoon like the wrong way as he's eating, like he's holding it in an unconventional
for it.
way, just shoveling food into his mouth. And I was like, all right, he's feeling good. He's feeling good.
Yeah, I have not been giving an F recently, and I went back for that second plate. I ate it, and just as I was done, Chris came over, and I was like, "That was a terrible idea." I was hurting bad, and
What kind of
like
food was being served?
Oh, it was
Hawa-
incredible stuff.
it was really good. It was Hawaiian food. It was
Alright.
great. Just fried rice and
homemade
teriyaki
fried
chicken
rice
over the
and
top.
homemade teriyaki chicken. They made that there, Kalen. They cooked
Yeah,
that on
I
their
know,
stove.
I know. And they had a
Couldn't
bunch of
believe it.
spring rolls as appetizers, so I had that too on top of the 2 full plates. And at one point, Chris sat down, and I was hurting, and I was like, I was making a little small talk with him, but like the whole time I was going like, I'm not okay right now.
Yeah.
I'm not okay right now. And then I'd be like, you know what? I kind of got to go and just sit in an air conditioned car for a while. And I did that. I went and just sat outside in an
that's
air
where you
conditioned
went.
car. Yeah, laid down for like 20 minutes in an air conditioned car because it was that
Dang. Kalen
Yeah.
ate so much that he had to go lie down in a car.
it was the only cool place around.
Dude. Well, it was totally worth it though. I thought that food was fantastic. But
It
yeah,
was really,
super.
it was great.
It was a super hot day. I actually came back from. Oh, anyway, let me. First off, a few things. any good TV intros, please throw them in the comments of our Facebook group, because I know you guys got some that we haven't said, and you're probably yelling at your speakers right now saying that we forgot it. So please provide your favorite TV intros. Also, so this concert, the starting line, I thought it was hilarious because it was at the Novo, which is in LA Live. And I go with a few friends, one of them including Mikey, and we all meet at Mikey's house. And I walk into Mikey's house because we're all going to Uber from there. And turns out Mikey and I are wearing the exact same shirt. It's like this orange shirt that says Brainwash. It's our friend's company. And there's a big like back design. And he sees me and I go, well, I can't change. And he said, well, I don't want to. So we both we were like, all right, we're going wearing the same shirt, which is fine.
You guys look like twins anyway.
We do. And but it's like it's weird. It's weird if there's just two of us and like the whole group is doing it. So whatever, because there are 5 of us. So it just looked like maybe we work together or something. And we get out at LA Live, and it's pretty packed because at Crypto Arena is a performer, a young up and comer named Megan the Stallion. Meg the Stallion? Is it Meg or Megan?
It's Meg.
Meg the Stallion, who is she was recently name dropped. Also,
Megan the Stallion, THEE.
Possibly.
I mean, I don't know.
Possibly.
What do I know?
Young
I know
Money
there's
Cash
2
Money.
E's. Now I'm questioning Meg versus Megan. I think it's Megan the Stallion. You're right.
Megan
the
sounds
Stallion.
right. Yeah.
The.
All right. Okay, so I apologize to Megan. I didn't mean to abbreviate your name. But yeah, as Joe Cool said in the live comment, there was she was just recently dropped in a recent song, her name in an Eminem song. Eminem
Right, yeah.
made light
Houdini.
of her, and Houdini, which samples Abracadabra. Wonderful song by Steve Miller. I suggest everybody check it out.
Is Corolla aware of that? I know you don't work there anymore, but he's definitely getting tweeted about that, right?
What's he gonna do? Just kidding.
Yeah.
I actually don't like that song. But anyway, so Megan the Stallion. Gosh, I don't know her. I'm not gonna use her. We're not that casual. Megan the Stallion's playing, and the place is packed. And I remember just walking to. We were gonna go eat at the Yard House before. Is it the Yard House or Yard House? Whatever.
It's Yard House.
We're gonna go eat at Yard House before.
Megan the Yard House.
Which I love. I love myself some Yard House. So we're walking over there, and Mikey's just looking around at all these young kids trying to getting ready to get into crypto.com arena, which, by the way, that name's not gonna last for another 2 years, right? There's no way. And he looks at me.
Crypto Arena is pretty sweet. When
It's
you
a
have the
sweet
dot
name.
com, it's like, nah.
Yeah, you're right. Or it could just be called Staples Center again. Staples, buy it.
Why don't they
we're
just
looking-
call it the Crypt?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They
It's
should.
Sick.
Yeah, because crypto's not. Is crypto still a thing? We'll get into that in a sec. I'm really going on a lot of tangents here, but we're walking, and Mikey just looks at all these young kids walking, and he looks at me, and in all sincerity, he goes, "Geez, everyone here just dresses the same." Dude, you could not have said that to a worse person right now. What are you? So
That's great.
So we enjoy our half yards at Yard House because they don't have the full yarders anymore. I don't know. Is it some sort of legal issue?
Yeah.
Legal? Yeah, it must
They
be.
won't serve in the yards anymore?
They don't serve
No.
full yards at Yard House anymore.
Not for
No
like a decade.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. They used to have those little tower things. That's not.
it's
No,
a half
I don't
yard.
have anymore.
Oh, my God.
Which I mean, I'm not used to measuring my beer in units of length, but yeah, it's a half yard of beer. And what, Gary?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Go on with your story.
Oh, I don't like the face you made. I can see your face, and I wish yours was blocked now. Because it's distracting. Your fucking eyes are weird. No, I'm sorry. That was a little. I got mad. I'm sorry. I got mad. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we go over to the show, and it's fun. So the first band that we see is a band called Homegrown, which is a band that I grew up watching, and they got together just for this night. So it was epic to watch them play. Because I knew every song they played. I've loved their albums, of all their music. So just watching the band get together for this one show was incredible. But what's hilarious is so they're playing and the place is just going nuts. And then the singer, like the third song in, it just goes, "Man, this feels like we haven't left." And he looks at the crowd. He's like, "Guys, I want to see the biggest effing mosh pit that from end to end, and I don't want it to stop. You guys with me?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, yeah." And they start playing like this fast song, and the whole place just starts moshing, and
my
it's chaos. It's like the Twisters trailer, and they're just it's just the whole place just becomes a tornado, and then about 40 seconds later, everyone stops because they're just super winded. We're just like, and the whole thing just dies. And it's just so funny to see how out of shape everybody was, because we used to be able to do that back in the day, but to have a mosh pit just go from a 10 to a 0 in 40 seconds just because we can't sprint that long anymore was really sad. And then and all the like people were trying to crowd surf, and I noticed like the farthest distance that people would crowd surf was probably 5 feet. And then they would get dropped, or if you wanted to crowd surf all the way to the front, you had to start in the front. And just watching that was hilarious. So it was
about
fun.
3.5 yards of crowd surfing.
That's right. So it was just funny just seeing like how much older we are, but everyone was still into the music. The starting line was excellent, and it was super fun getting to just see all those old bands and just be kind of brought back like a snapshot into that moment that kind of defined us all when we were kids. So did that, and then the next day I was off to Temecula for Jen's cousin's 40th birthday. They did the Airbnb. We decided to stay there for a night, and they got this huge house, like this. It was like 3 G's a night.
Damn, that's nice.
Yeah, it was one of those, it was like in wine country, so no neighbors, or it was like acreage and pools, all this little like casitas and rooms and whatever. So
Take Benny?
Did not. Adults only, because we hear that her and her friends like to party. Not a euphemism. They just like to have a good time and dance to music. And so we got some wine in the big heat, got to sit, like the guys knew the owner of the vineyard, so we got that cool, I want to say chef's table. I don't know what it's called at vineyards, that where it's like in the actual grape growing area where they have a big long table and it's just really private. And
am I the only one who didn't appreciate Chris's classification that this wasn't a swingers party?
I didn't mean that. I was thinking like nefarious drugs. I didn't think that's
That's not a euphemism. They just like to dance to music. Huh?
Yeah, we all just like to but we like to dance and drink and and turn pineapples upside down.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
What do you mean? Jenny, I'm sorry.
Oh God. Anyway, so yeah, we got to go to that cool table. But what was interesting was, so we all jump into the there's the heated pool and hot tub in the backyard. Matt, you would have really
Now you're
appreciated it.
talking.
It was right down.
All right, calm down, Lando.
Right the fondler. Allie, Lando's doing some live comments. Last one was a pineapple emoji. I don't know what that means. There was just a bunch of us at
yes,
that party,
you do. Everyone knows the pineapple emoji, man. Shut the fuck off.
And then Gary, this is like a tech talk thingy. But so the thing said like you can't be, please keep it down after midnight, and we were out there pretty well past midnight, so a lot of shushing as people were getting all riled up in the pool, and then everyone's shushing like, hey, let's be mellow, and let's just drink and have fun. And then they're getting texts saying that they're getting decibel alert warnings and that there are nearby AirPods like open. Like I guess your phone could sense when how your iPhone can sense if like an AirTag's near you. I guess it could do that with AirPods, but they were like getting all these things about AirPods, and then they would get texts from the owners like, "Hey, you guys are being a little too loud." And we're like, "How could they possibly know that? There's nobody around." So I was wondering, like, are they listening to us on AirPods?
No, they're probably listening to you on a camera.
Well,
that swingers
regardless,
party got recorded, Chris.
Regardless, I'm gonna have to call my lawyer before I can continue the show. No, and it was funny. There's this guy there. I only really knew about 5 people there. Everyone else was the birthday girl's friends that I've never met. But one of the guys there, so we're hanging, and then like a couple hours later, he's like, we're having fun, we're jamming, we're rocking out to like some rap music, and not having sex with each other. And then he like gives me a high five, and he's like, dude.
You guys in the Eiffel Tower?
Gives you a high five, and he's like, I got next, bro.
We lost Chris.
Once again, Jenny, I'm sorry.
gives me a high five, and but what's interesting, he goes, he said something like, dude, this is awesome, glad you came, Mike. And then we go, and I'm like, God, I'll never see this guy again, should I correct him? He called me Mike. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. And then he's like,
was he wearing the same shirt as you?
No. And then he started pouring shots. He's like, oh, let me get one for Mike. I'm not gonna correct him. Like, it's just, I'm never gonna see this guy again. Like, whatever. We're just having fun. I don't want to make.
We gotta exchange numbers, Mike. I gotta call you, buddy.
And now we're in too deep. He's been calling me Mike. Yeah. He's been calling me Mike all night. And then late into the night, he just he looks really bummed out, and he comes up to me and goes, I just found out your name was Chris.
Oh, no.
And I'm really sorry. I feel really. And I was like, was that mine? Man, I almost made it through the entire night without making it weird. I should have just corrected him the first time, but it's like, but
yeah, that was what made the night weird.
Yeah. So anyway, we it was a very fun trip, and then I saw Kalen right after that. Went straight from there to go see Kalen on his
dying
of fried rice, and twas a fun weekend. Sorry, I'm getting this whole Zoom thing. Zoom did an update, and it's in dark mode now, and it's just
well, it's not called Zoom anymore. Now it's called Zoom Workplace.
Yeah, we're using Zoom to record this, and what is going on here? I'm looking at this new interface. I guess I kind of like it.
No,
it's clean. No, we don't like it. Oh yeah, I hate it.
Shit.
It's the worst. Are you guys dark mode guys?
I've been dark mode for like a week and a half.
Oh, I haven't updated.
No, but like in like phone and all other apps, like just
dark mode
generally,
for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Kalen's a no. It's better for your eyes. You don't care. Yeah. The only thing I don't like it on is like Microsoft Word when I'm typing, because
that's a little weird. You don't want the white text on a black page.
Yeah, it's weird. It's and also sometimes it's, if you paste things, it's black on black.
So instead of Command V, you got to do Command Shift V.
Yeah, paste is plain. I understand.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Trying to help.
You wanted a tech talk.
I do. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, tech talk, dark mode, and freaking Zoom. Well, anyway, speaking of tech talk, crypto. Are you guys still, Gary? Are you still in a crypto? Aren't you a big crypto guy?
Yeah, that's definitely me and the fucking, what is it? The Wozniaks.
Yeah, big NFT guy.
Yeah, bro.
No,
I'm all NFTs.
That has to be done, right? Like Crypto.com Arena just sounds so dated already. It sounds like it's from a different era.
Yeah, but I think
it's like, oh, welcome to Atari Stadium. Yeah. It's like, what? It just, I don't know. I know they worked out a deal where it has to be, they have to use it for a certain number of years, but there's no way that website's even going to be able to afford the domain after a while.
I don't know, bud. I think you'd be shocked how many young people are into crypto.
Still?
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Young people are idiots, dude. Like Jenny
says,
they all
dress the same too.
That's what I hear. That's what I saw it firsthand, actually. I don't know. Jenny is worried that
I said Wozniak. I think I meant Winklevi.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense because the Wozniaks aren't into that at all.
No.
The only Wozniak I know is Dan Wozniak, and he killed and murdered people in my town. And
and you knew him?
I did know him personally. I've definitely had interactions with him, and we have mutual ex-friends. My friends still, not his. And
crazy.
You met ex-friends because they're dead.
Oh, or that too. Yeah, crazy story. Matt's probably done a Sword and Scale on it.
Yeah, I didn't write it, but it's one of the earlier episodes. It's fucking great.
It's classic.
Oh
I mean, it's
yeah,
terrible, but
I
it's a great
remember that.
episode.
And I was joking when I asked if you personally knew, but now I'm remembering that. Yeah, you actually did.
Wait a second,
And I
Chris.
heard that
you
story
knew a
on Sword and
murderer?
Scale.
Huh?
Gary, it is a wild, wild story about
Do you want
a couple
you want
community theater actors in Orange County that
Oh,
killed a
you
neighbor
told me this
and
story. Yes, you
stored
told
him
me.
in the base in the attic of the
Attic,
theater
yeah.
and stuff. It's
and
fucking
then cut him up
crazy.
and laid his body parts all around El Dorado Park where you golfed, Gary?
That's why I tripled that hole.
Yeah. Freaking forgot there's like a foot in the bunker that you didn't see. There's yeah, he like cut them all up, and then he like after he did it, he went and acted in plays, and like as if nothing was wrong. I was able to still
Crazy.
perform. Nuts,
He's a
psycho.
professional.
And you
Yeah, he's a professional.
from my interaction with him, there was no way. Like it was a total shock. Like that guy really? He was like just a total. He was it was just weird. So anyway, that's the only Wozniak I personally know. All right, look, we got a lot of show. We got comments. We got I don't know. Is there flicking and shays that you guys have too?
I got a flicking.
We'll do those.
I got
in
a
Patreon.
Shay.
We could.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we save those for the Patreon? Let's look at some Facebook comments before we get out of here. Here we go.
Now it's time for listener comments.
All right, these are all comments found in our Facebook group. Join the Facebook group, please. Just go to facebook.com/groups/Bobo Boy Army Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions. We might let you in. And welcome to the new members. You know, we've seen a little spike in our membership and our listens and our engagement. I don't know why, but we appreciate it nonetheless. All right. And yeah, join the group. Answer a few questions. We might let you in. It's my favorite place on the net. Anonymous member. Because I guess you can post anonymously, which I don't like. We got to turn that off. That scares me. It's very cool. Everyone's super
We're
cool
all
there,
cool
but,
here, yeah.
but not
we
when they
don't have to
post
do that.
anonymously. No. This anonymous member says, "Let's go Oilers, bring home the cup." Ooh.
Wah, wah.
Well,
That's why they posted anonymously.
well, yeah, that didn't happen. Great game 7 though. I love a game 7, so I'm glad it got that far. And
I hated that it started out so hot, and I was like, "Oh man, this game's gonna be fucking great." And then the entire rest of the game, fucking nothing happened.
right. I know it started off real
Yeah.
real fast, real strong. The fact that they gave MVP to Connor McDavid on the losing team and they just booed him. That was interesting. Yeah, very rare does that happen. But Matt, you know the Edmonton Oilers?
Oh yeah, for
Why?
sure.
Why do you know them?
Because back when we all worked for Adam Carolla, we would play a hockey game on the PlayStation. whenever we
my
were
God.
time to ourselves. And
Wow.
so I became familiar with several NHL teams, but just strictly in the context of playing that game.
Okay, I thought Matt was just gonna say because that fan flashed everybody and I saw the boobies online. But
Wait, what story is that? What?
Oh, there's like she was like the biggest. Matt's fiercely typing away. I forgot about that. We used to play NHL. What year was it, Gary? Like 20?
I think it was 19.
NHL
actually.
19, and it was super fun. That was kind of like how we would wrap our days up at Corolla, and
Or no,
we
11:30
definitely
to
only did that.
2:30 in the afternoon,
We
depending
definitely
on
only did
who
it
was
like
recording.
once, and it
Okay.
wasn't every
oh,
single
don't
day.
tell me that you guys were doing it while you're recording. Well, Gary and I would play it at the end of the day. So
That
I
happened
don't know when,
like
I don't
3
know when
times.
Matt would play
Chris.
it.
That happened like 3 times. That definitely was not every day for like 4 years. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't every day. I know. We got home we would leave work. Typically when we would leave work and get back home to our families right away. Sometimes there'd be a video game to be played, and it'd be NHL 19. And Gary and I were, I would say, like just even.
It was. I think over the course of
2 games.
again, like 3 games, definitely we were like 1-1-1.
right. So it was super fun, and yeah, now I just want to play NHL 19 again. It was so fun. I looked forward to being able to play every single day that we would play, which was not very many days. All right,
Yeah.
here we go. let's see what else we got here. If Kaylin Bean is still looking for a hobby, my suggestion is three-pronged. Build an ugly drum smoker, customize an ugly drum smoker, and then cook with the ugly drum smoker. So, Kaylin, there you go.
I would like a
Kaylin's a
smoker.
surfer now. Kaylin's surfing right now.
Are
Yeah,
you
I
getting
took another
better?
lesson. Well, I thought I was pretty good after the first one, and then I took the second lesson and realized no, I'm not.
Can you get up on the board and you actually stand?
If the wave is small enough, yes.
All right.
That's
a step.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's better than I thought you'd be doing. Caden Corbin says, trying to find Matt Fondelier as a growing ASL interpreter on the sideshow, and this pops up, and it's his song by Rich Banks. He's in there shitting. Still on the
Classic.
net. It's this classic song. Let's see. Ryan Scripps posted a selfie of him at the Sphere in Vegas watching Dead and Company, which every video I've seen watching, I think that was the best one. Better than U2 or Fish. Like Dead and Company, watching them at the Sphere. The graphics look crazy.
My sister was at that show and cannot stop raving about it.
What did they do that made it so much better?
I think just like the really
Drugs,
trippy
Matt.
graphics. And
Drugs.
drugs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some.
I think they were handing out mushroom candy bars at the door.
Right. So there you go. Let's see here, and let's see. We got a couple of This Is How You Remind Me. Why don't we end this one with a This Is How You Remind Me, and then we'll wrap this particular pod up and get started on our Patreon episode, because I do want to get to it. People make the effort to go back to our archives and re-listen to this show, which is crazy.
It's great.
It's great though. It really is. So let me get the file here. But why don't we play
Lando? Lando's in the chat saying, "Fuck the sphere. I hope it burns down and no one is hurt while it turns to ashes." Jesus.
Wow.
Lando, he worked on the Sphere, so it's very telling.
A lot more sense.
If anything happens to the Sphere, I mean, he's going to be public enemy number one, because it's he says the company effed him over hard. Dead
They
and
made
Company.
him fry all those fucking turkeys.
Well, just
and
watch
they were like, no,
just watch
dude.
Dead. Yeah, don't watch Company.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Lando.
all right. Well, you have it queued up, Gary?
Definitely not.
Oh, okay. I thought you said tell me when, like you were gonna play it.
Oh no. Sorry.
He said, "Tell me when to burn down the sphere."
Oh,
We write
good.
it down.
You guys are freaking nuts. All right, well here's the intro for This Is How You Remind Me. Oh, just remind people, go back and listen to our archives, and it's wonderful. All right, here we go.
This is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of the podcast we had. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hit it, Matt.
All right, so this one was submitted by Kevin Garrett, and if you want to submit a "This Is How You Remind Me," go ahead and post it in the Facebook group. We do want to try to keep it to 1 minute, and this is a perfect 1 minute of audio that he selected. So thank you, Kevin, for doing that. And also, there have been people posting Patreon clips as well, which I appreciate. I think we're trying to keep it to the back catalog of the show that's on the free feed. Theoretically, that's what we're trying to go for.
I don't mind.
Okay. Well, this one, again, from Kevin Garrett. It is from an episode from August 2019, before we even numbered the episodes. It's called Seances, Scrambles, and Smash Cakes.
We love that
And
alliteration.
he says, "I was trying to find the final appearance of Insomniac on the podcast." For old-time listeners, Insomniac is
Oh, no.
Keelan's alter ego.
Might be coming
And,
back soon.
Insomniac understandably disappeared after Keelan's health scare, and in this episode, the boys do a seance to bring Insomniac back. This is the attempt to revive Insomniac.
Now this,
Insomniac, yes. Here we go.
now this seance. How can we get Insomniac to come back to us?
Maybe a little rave music.
Little
just
rave
to start
music?
off. Yeah. Light shows.
Matt, can I get some rave music? Light show. Fog. Now with a filter. Is
Is he here?
Yo.
It's gonna be the only time that's ever worked in the history of seances.
Wow.
There
I
you
don't
go.
even remember that.
I know. Me
don't
neither.
Holy hell.
I just
Might
trusted
be the
myself.
stupidest minute in the history of this
I
podcast.
will say
We've
I
had a
can-
couple of those.
we sure have. If you're wondering why it went so long, I can already tell what it was. When we do stuff like that, we would love to look at Dawson, and the less he enjoyed it, the more
longer it
we
would
would
go.
lean into it. And that was a prime example of that. If we saw a video, you could you could hear Dawson. Those sex noises were actually just groans. Like he, it's totally just. I know for a fact we like to f with Dawson, with whenever we can. I remember like there was a time when we would, I forget what it was. We'd do like, when Nick Davis would talk about The Bachelor, Dawson would like threaten to leave because he was too cool to hear about The Bachelor. And one time we blocked him in because he would legitimately just leave. And one time I remember I made sure we blocked him in before we did it. And so it's fun to mess with him sometimes. But
All the time.
yeah, all the time. So anyway, thanks for sending that clip. That was
Thank you,
still
Kevin.
holds up. That was,
Great
a nice
pull,
little,
Kevin.
that was a nice little tune too. We should submit that to like ASCAP and BMI.
Yeah, it could be a good ringtone.
Get some royalties, for
That was a
anybody-
bop. I'm just gonna go ahead and
That
say
was a bop.
that was a bop.
All
By the way,
right.
that happens at like minute 3 of that episode, so I don't know how much the rest of the episode, how they could possibly get better than that.
That was one of those episodes where we had a few White Claws while playing NHL 19 when we started.
Exactly.
So, Kaylin, you mentioned, and I want to hear about it on Patreon, Insomniac maybe coming back. So I'm excited, and maybe this time it'll be seance free. If we need to do another one, I'm happy to. So we'll get into that. So why don't we go? Well, thanks again for sending that clip. Why don't we go around, get our plugs in, and then we'll GTFO and get started with the Patreon recording. I'll start over there in Orange County, California. Gary, what do you suggest everyone check out?
I guess subscribe to Reasonable Doubt on YouTube, youtube.com/Reasonable Doubt Podcast. And I have not started watching myself, but I've heard very good things about Clipped on Hulu. So check that out if you're looking for a new show.
Ooh. Yeah, I do want to watch that as well. All right, Kaylin, what's up with you?
Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. We got a movie night coming up next week, Hitman. And along with that, why don't you go ahead and check out our archive and listen for a lot more stupid ass moments like the one you just heard, because there's plenty of them.
Oh yeah.
You'll be able to listen to that again. It was really good though. I agree with Kaylin. And then Matt, what about you, buddy?
Yeah, patreon.com/watercooler. $5 is $5. And check out Hot D. You guys are missing out.
Mm-hmm.
And I want people to talk to about it. So there you go.
All right, Hot D. Do I have to watch the first season?
I didn't. Well, I mean, ever? You've never even watched the first season?
No.
Okay, then yeah, Chris, you're not gonna watch it. As terms of rewatching the first season, I did not do that, and I was thoroughly confused with the first episode. But it's fine. You get back into it. It's all good. It's a big ask to rewatch a whole season. It's fine. But if you've never watched the first season, then don't bother.
Noise. All right, and then as for me, I'm playing music this weekend. I'll be in Long Beach, so my band's playing at The Ordinary. It's a wonderful cocktail bar lounge in Long Beach. We're playing from 9:30 to 12:30, 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. And then at Tantalum in Long Beach on Saturday, at like 6:30, from 6:30 to like 9:30. So playing
Blake
some
has entered the chat.
playing some songs. Yeah, ready for my plugs. What the hell, Caitlin? I'm trying to get people now. So yeah.
Apparently, I'm ruining the internet. That's what I'm being told. That I'm
You're not the
ruining.
first one to say it.
You're ruining.
I'm ruining.
It's like that's the number one review of this
I'm
pod.
ruining the
Yeah,
internet.
Ruining the internet.
Well, I know, not the first time we've heard it, but
Thank you for the title,
was her.
Blake.
You're ruining the internet. All right. Is it you're ruining the internet or is Kalen ruining the internet?
I think it's the water cooler is ruining the internet.
Okay, that's fine with me. All right. Well, we're gonna get started with Patreon. So thank you again to everybody for subscribing, for telling a friend about this show, for getting in and enjoying this nonsense. And we will see you later this week for Patreon. We love you. Goodbye.